Hi everyone. In this video, I want to talk about shifting states and about what Neville Goddard really meant when he said that the feeling is the secret. Because so many people misunderstand this, and because of that, they get caught up in trying to master all these techniques and trying to control their thoughts and their feelings, when that's really not what it's about at all. What a lot of people do when they discover the subject of manifesting is that they continue to apply the same rules as before. In other words, they continue to think that you need to take action to cause a result to happen. Except now they've moved on from thinking that they need to work hard to make something happen, and instead they start thinking that they need to do SATs or affirmations or visualizing or listen to meditations to make their desired outcome happen. They've just substituted one form of action for another. And this is why many people end up feeling frustrated and thinking that this doesn't work, because they're going about it the wrong way. So if it's not any of this stuff that works, what is it that does work? Well, what does work is shifting your state and then living from the new state. Now, what does this mean? What exactly is a state? A state is everything you know to be true about everything, about your past, about the present, and about the future. It's the way you are convinced everything is, what the facts are right now, what happened in the past, and what it all means in terms of what is going to happen in the future. And when it comes to manifesting, we're mostly interested in what the future is going to look like, right? That's what the word manifesting means. There's something that isn't present in my life right now, and I want to make it manifest, to make it appear and become physically present. So there's this present moment where the thing is not there, and then what I want is to move on to another moment where that thing is now there. Now, the state that most people are living from when they're new to manifesting is, if I do nothing and everything carries on as it is, then the thing that I want isn't going to appear. In order to make the thing I want appear, I must do the correct technique, do the visualizing or the SATs or the affirmations or whatever it is, and do that correctly and make sure my request has been passed on and received by God or the subconscious or the universe, and that's what will cause it to appear. Now, as wonderful and spiritual as this may sound, this kind of state will often keep you stuck in an unwanted loop. Why? Because you're making getting what you want dependent on you finding the right technique or getting the technique right and supposedly managing to get the message across in order to cause your desired outcome to manifest. And if you're not confident that you're able to do this, then you get stuck in this cycle of, am I doing it right? Is it working? I can't see any movement. Does that mean it's not working? Does it mean I'm doing something wrong? Should I be doing something else? Am I not visualizing the correct scene? Am I not finding the right feeling? What if I'm missing the mark? What if I'm not nailing it? Does that mean I'm never going to get what I want? Let me go and see what that expert is saying. Maybe this time I'll understand how to do it correctly, and I'll be able to make my desired manifestation happen. And on this goes. And sometimes people get stuck in this cycle for years. So, how do you come out of this cycle? How do you break this unwanted loop? Well, it's actually very simple, but it does require a complete mind shift. And it can take a bit of training and a bit of practice to learn to think like this, instead of going back to the way you were used to thinking before. And the new way of thinking is this: I am already on the path where everything that I want is manifested. All of my desired outcomes are already laid out ahead of me. I don't need to do anything more to make this happen. It's all already there. There is nothing more that I need to do, because it has all already been created for me, and it's all been put in place for me. And all I need to do is walk forwards and discover it all and watch it all unfold, because it's all already there. Now, moving into this state requires a complete shift in what you're trusting in. At the human level, we're used to trusting in what is tangible, in what our physical senses are showing us. We're used to extrapolating what we believe the future is going to look like based on whatever the current facts are, based on how much money there is in my bank account, based on what job I have, based on whether a certain person likes me or not, based on whether I feel healthy or not. And so to be able to move into a state where you know that everything that you want is already laid out for you, the reasoning behind why this is true needs to be different. It's not because you've got evidence that there is going to be enough money, or that the love story is going to work out, or that your health problems are going to be resolved. It's learning to trust that you get to have what you want simply because there is an infinite power that is on your side, and that is creating it all for you. That's it. That really is all there is to it. You are trusting in the one that is creating it all, beyond any logic whatsoever. And the more you lean towards trusting in this fact, more than you're trusting in the physical facts, the more your life will reflect how true this is. Now, you have to understand that both options are both equally true and equally possible. Both possibilities exist. You can absolutely have a reality where you have all these problems that are against you, and since you have all these problems, then there is a lot to fix and to fight against. And of course, life is going to be difficult when you have to deal with all these problems yourself. Or you can have a reality where all that stuff can be made to disappear very quickly, because you have this infinite power that is creating the whole world, and this power can remove anything unwanted in the blink of an eye. And so if you're choosing to live from the knowing that this power absolutely can be trusted to rearrange things for you into how you want them to be, then this is exactly what you will cause your reality to be. Now, if you want to become really good at this, you need to get to know yourself and really be able to distinguish these different feelings within yourself. When I fall into a state of feeling that I have all these problems that I need to deal with, where I don't know how I'm going to fix things, I don't know what path I'm supposed to take, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, I don't see a way out, I can feel myself shrink, I feel myself tighten up. It's like a heavy weight is on me. I feel constricted and trapped. Life feels unpleasant. I feel like there's all these unwanted feelings that I want to get rid of. So that is a state. That is when I am in the unwanted state. Whereas when I know that it is all taken care of, and that everything that I want is already laid out for me, I can feel my body relax. I feel the tension go away. I feel all those troubles just melt and dissolve. I feel light and free. I feel like I'm in good hands and I can go and have fun and play and explore. So that's a very different feeling. It's a very different state. And if I go within and learn to notice what is going on inside me, I can learn to see which state I'm in. And this is extremely important because whichever of those states I'm in, that is what will get projected out as the reality I'm in. But don't let it worry you if you notice that you're in the unwanted state, because this is an instant thing. If you notice you're in the unwanted state, all you need to do is make that very subtle internal shift. And I promise you, everything on the outside will change immediately. Not the current physical facts necessarily, but what they mean, what it's all leading to, whether they're a problem or not. All of that will change the moment you shift on the inside. And perhaps most importantly, your whole future trajectory will immediately shift as well. Now, for some of you, that feeling of being relaxed and being completely taken care of and of having this infinite power that you can absolutely trust with everything, it might be something very new, something you've never experienced before. So it's important to let yourself try it on, as if you're trying on a new suit. Ask yourself if it really was true that there is this infinite power that is laying out everything for me, and that I really don't need to worry about anything ever again because everything that I want is already laid out for me. What would that be like? How would that feel? How would I live if I knew that this really was the case? And allow yourself to gently explore it and see what it's like to live in that reality instead of the other one, where you have to deal with all these physical world problems yourself. Let yourself go there. Just reach for it as best you can. Don't worry if it feels a bit ethereal and far away for now. Just lean into it as best you can. In my experience, even just allowing it in a tiny bit, just a little chink, is enough to start making big shifts happen in your life. Now, it's important to understand that it's not about trying to force the feeling. The feeling comes naturally depending on what you're assuming is true, depending on what you're trusting in. So if you're trusting a lot in the physical facts and you're thinking that the physical facts really matter and that they're really important, then that's going to make you get tensed up if you can see that the physical facts are not how you want them to be. But if you loosen your reliance on the physical facts and you shift into trusting this infinite power that is always with you and that is able to make any problem dissolve and create anything you want, then you'll immediately feel yourself soften and relax. So it's always about getting to the core of yourself. It's about really understanding what is going on inside you, where you're placing your power, what you're relying on. That is what matters. That is where you need to learn to play and shift and explore. It really isn't anything else other than that. So, to sum it all up, manifesting isn't about getting the right technique or doing things perfectly. It's not about micromanaging your thoughts or your emotions or anxiously watching to see if anything's happening yet. It's about recognizing that everything you're experiencing is simply the result of the state you're currently occupying, and that you have the ability right now to shift into a new state, a new reality, a new assumption about who you are and how life works for you. And the key to that shift is not effort. It's not about straining to feel something you're not feeling. It's not about pretending or forcing. The key is trust. It's about relaxing into this deeper knowing that there's something far greater than your human self that is already taking care of everything, already holding all the outcomes you desire, already guiding you gently, lovingly into everything you've ever wanted. And that's what Neville meant when he said the feeling is the secret. The feeling is what naturally flows from the state you're living from. And the state you're living from is based on what you're trusting in. So when you truly shift your trust from the physical world, from appearances, from effort and trying, to the deeper truth that there is an infinite creative intelligence that knows exactly what you want and is already unfolding it for you, then the feeling naturally follows. Peace, relief, softness, joy, lightness. And from that space, life begins to mirror it back to you. Not because you forced it to, not because you did the right technique, but because you simply return to your true state, your natural state. The state where you already get to have everything you want and where life is unfolding exactly as it should, exactly as you want it to. So my invitation to you is this. Don't chase the feeling. Shift the state. Go deeper. Play with what it would feel like to already be the person who gets to have everything they want. not as a technique, but as a remembering of what's always been true, that the infinite power that created you is not separate from you. It is you, and it's already got this covered. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped you, I'd love it if you give it a like or leave a comment or share it with someone who might need to hear it today. And if you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.